Welcome into 5 on your sideline. I am Corey Miller. That is Annie Krull, and it is district championship night in high school football. It's the kind of night that can make a good year a great year.
No kidding, Corey. And it's St. Charles, from St. Charles County to Jefferson County. We're going to have the entire area covered. It is a big night here. So, Corey, will you do the pleasure? Will you kick us off?
Let's get right into it. Hard to get a better matchup than this. Class 5 state champs, Francis Howell, against Class 6 state champs, CBC. They're now both in Class 6. Something's got to give. Richard Rankin, he gets the carry for Howell. He gets in for 6. Back and forth game all night long. CBC can break off some big runs too. Jacob Grunwald does just that into Viking territory. The Cadets needed their defense tonight too. They swarm Howell QB Adam Shipley. They're all over him on this play for the sack. And CBC is going to hold, well, he gets a couple yards, not a sack. But CBC holds on in a thriller. They advance with a 28-27 victory in a battle of defending state champions. What a game. Annie, you're up.
Well, Eureka High School faced off against Rockwood Summit in Fenton, Missouri tonight. Eli Stevens, no surprise to anybody, is the Summit's powerhouse running back, and he wasted absolutely no time in adding to his historic number of touchdowns. This senior just flying past everyone to get to the end zone in the first quarter. But the home team wouldn't hang on to their initial lead for too long. Eureka punching in for a quick tunnel touchdown. Some offensive linemen making the way for him. Though that wouldn't be the last set of points for Trevor Kodak as Summit tried to regroup before the half. And, oh no, Kodak's back's got a pass. He's gone. Yeah, no one's really going to touch him on that.
Wow.
The sophomore taking this one all the way to the house. The Wildcats will be the one moving on with a final score, 35-17.
Ooh, great game. Upset in that one. SLU DeSmet district title. Man, it doesn't get any better than that matchup. First play from scrimmage. Spartans are ready to go. Demarion White gets his number called, and he explodes into SLU territory. Looks like he's going to go all the way. Not quite. Still a big run. This was a game of defense in the first half, though. Junior Bills stand tall on third down. Huge tackle. DeSmet forced to settle for a field goal. Spartan defense was a force too. Couple Spartans, including Quincy Bias, they get to Marco Sansone for the sack. Then on offense for DeSmet, Dylan Duff to Colin Griffin. Big gain into the SLU red zone. But again, they settle for an Ethan Waymuller field goal. It was 6-0 at halftime, and it stayed low scoring. DeSmet, though, wins 19-13 to beat their rivals and win the district crown.
Well, we have to talk about Clayton and Lutheran North. After having one of the most successful playoff runs in recent history, Clayton was looking to defend themselves against the Lutheran North Crusaders. However, it was Lutheran North's game to lose, and they knew it as their running back just waltzes in nonchalantly against another guy in the first quarter for an easy touchdown. But they decided to actually tack on 2 points for this, walking in once again to the end zone. And then Clayton tried to respond, and they would with their own touchdown, not to mention a little, how about a 2-point conversion with a nice floating pass up over easy. However, it would be the Greyhounds who were knocked out of the playoffs this year. Lutheran North wins with a final score of 54-14.
Hillsboro and Festus played an all-time classic tonight. First quarter, second play of the game for Festus. Jeremiah Cunningham goes deep, and he finds Will Reese, who makes the catch, runs it in for the touchdown. 7-0 Tigers. Festus would take a 21-0 lead in the first quarter, but Hillsboro storms back. Second quarter, Peyton Brown finds room, and he is loose down the sidelines. He gets all the way down to the 13-yard line for Hillsboro. A few plays later, his brother, Preston Brown, finishes the drive with a QB run. 21-7 Hawks in the second, but Hillsboro storms all the way back to beat Festus 29-28 and win the district championship. Wow, what a game.
That is wildly impressive. But Ritter and MICDS final drive before halftime in a close game. Antoine McKay is a magician. Look at this right here. He calls his own number with nobody open and scrambles into MICDS territory with time winding down. After a few penalties to that game, Ritter is forcing a 4th down and long. And the Rams get to McKay for the sack. Huge play to head into the half, but Ritter does defend home turf. They keep their back-to-back dreams alive with a 60-24 final score.
Well, the Lions are tough once again this year. Zumwalt North and St. Dominic was a dandy tonight. Check out this play. Thomas Polium is Mr. Do Everything for St. Dominic. This is one of his best plays as a Crusader. One-handed catch, he's gone for 6. We're going to show it again and slow it down so you can see it. Check this out, Annie.
Just
one-handed catch. Here it comes right there.
Tiptoe in.
Zumwalt North not intimidated though. Jaden Burleson, he gets the carry and he goes up the sideline for a big game. gain, that is. Burleson, he's going to finish it off himself as well. 6 points right up the middle and into the end zone. Zumwalt North goes on the road and defeats St. Dominic 27-17 to win the district title.
Which they needed to do, but it is Troy Buchanan who made the trip all the way to Columbia to take on Rockbridge tonight. It was a rough one for the Trojans. Quarterback Hunter Keene tries to find his receiver across the field, but it's picked off by Rockbridge, who runs it all the way back for a pick six. Rough night for Troy as Rockbridge wins 38-7.
Those Bruins from Columbia sure are tough. Well, one of the best teams in our area hails from Seckman High School. The Jaguars have built up a formidable program and came into tonight's district championship against Jackson with a 10-0 record while allowing an average of just over 6 points a game. It has been a steady climb for the Jags, and they're proud of their progress and the chance to win a district title at home tonight.
You know, the last 5 years, you know, we've gone from not winning a lot of games to now consistently, you know, having over 150 kids in our program, and then coming out and executing on the field and winning a lot of football games.
It's a big challenge, but it's also a big opportunity for the team, you know, to really show what we've worked for.
And it's really cool to kind of really truly feel like we have this Seckman football community, a tradition of what we do around here.
Huge test on Seckman's hands with powerhouse Jackson coming to town. You see it on the scoreboard there. Jackson's pretty darn good. Jags had some fireworks too, though. Flea flicker, and it works. Cade Heinmeyer ends up with it. Tells that defender, get off me. He's in the end zone for 6. But like I said, Jackson is a powerhouse. Some huge runs through a Seckman defense that, like I told you, was allowing just 6 points a game so far this year. And Jackson goes into Seckman and wins the district title 55-21.
Big score, but coming up, that's not all. It's an important night for our college teams as well. SLU Soccer opened their NCAA tournament run, and Mizzou played host to Tigers of a different stripe. We'll be right back. Done with postseason soccer in our town. We have a few college teams still going strong, including the SLU women, who kicked off the NCAA tournament tonight against Indiana. The Billikens at home under the lights at Herman Stadium against the Hoosiers. SLU aggressive in the first half. They drive hard to the net, end up with a penalty in the box. That means we have a penalty kick, and Abby Miller sends it home. Bills up 1-0. Still in the first half, corner kick, and Anna Lawler gets her head on this Hannah Larson kick. You can't draw it up better than that. Billikens go up 2-0, and that's the final score as SLU moves on to the second round of the tournament.
It is an exciting time on the college sports calendar. Postseason for soccer, final push for football, and the start of basketball. Mizzou and Dennis Gates got their first test of the season tonight against Memphis in Columbia. Mizzou Arena was jumping pregame and in the first half. Sean East was on fire out of the gate. Nice layup here for Mizzou to kick things off. He can dish it too. He's going to find Aiden Shaw right underneath the hoop, and Shaw can fly above the rim. He slams it home. Then Nick Honor gets in on the action with a nice floater. See the score down there. Mizzou was up 31-19 at that point, and then the second half happened. Memphis came to life thanks to Javon Quinterly and company and blew right past Mizzou. Memphis wins tonight 70-55. While Mizzou basketball faced a team from Memphis, Tennessee tonight, Mizzou football will face a team from Knoxville, Tennessee tomorrow. The 13th ranked Volunteers come to Columbia to face the 14th ranked Tigers. The Vols have owned Missouri in recent matchups, winning 66-24 last year. Mizzou is trying to rebound from last week's loss in Georgia and know they can't linger on losses in the tough SEC.
The reality of it is you're probably going to face a couple of losses in your career, so you're going to have to be able to always pick yourself back up. And in this league, they're never going to feel sorry for you. So you got to shake off the emotions of it. You got to have courage and persevere and refuse self-pity and move forward. And that's, you know, we did that after the LSU game. I would expect nothing different in this game.
Illini fans in a different boat. Illinois coming off a thrilling win over Minnesota. They'll host Indiana tomorrow. However, the big talk in the Big Ten is still the Michigan sign-stealing scandal. The conference suspended coach Jim Harbaugh from the sideline through the end of the season earlier today. The Illini don't play the Wolverines this year, but Coach Brett Bielema gave his thoughts on the situation just this week.
If something was going on off campus, like it's been noted, right, that they were at our games before we played that game last year, that opens up a whole that's sickening. It's disgusting, right? But I'll let them figure that part out. And I think as coaches, we just got to hold the integrity of the league. Just everybody's got to feel that everybody's playing by the same rules and kind of go forward from there.
Be sure to tune in to Sports Plus on Sunday night. We're celebrating St. Louis soccer. This year's success at every level, our great history with the sport, and a spotlight on some of our all-time greats. That's Sunday night on Sports Plus after the news. That'll do it for 5 on your sideline tonight. For Annie Krall, I am Corey Miller. Have a great night, St. Louis.
Night, everybody.
That's a pretty